but a little bit.
Welcome back to Twitter Titty Treatises. It's me, yours truly, the Bertrand Russell of boobies, Dalton Pruitt. We have here, I think her name is Susu. She's a Twitch streamer, an e-girl, with an ample, busty set of heavy hangers. But something about these that I find interesting, they're also wholesome, with an air of purity and chastity, a couple of chastities. This is a phenomenon I've observed in girls. This sort of merging of the traditional with modern seduction. A similar juxtaposition to the mind of the modern male, who is both horny and loves looking at titties. The sort of lizard part of our brains that would love to give a couple of honks to a couple of jugs, but who also desires a sort of return to traditional values, who would like something that is virtuous and chaste, something modest in its sexuality and displays thereof. And that's why I always go on, what do I say, folks? Meat and mystique, okay? As we have here, this showing of meat, the meat we do see with the cleavage, tantalizes and titillates that primal animal part of the brain, that purely instinctual part of us, that, where we can feel it in our testes. We can feel the tingling in the testes. But the mystique, the covering of the meat, of most of the goods, that accentuates them but conceals them, the mystique reaches through into the realm of the abstract, the ethereal, the transcendent, the sort of higher thought that can only be achieved through our own evolution and discipline. These values that I talk about, when I say traditional values and virtue, that these are human constructs that we made to combat those primal parts of ourselves, because animals, the beasts of the land, do not concern themselves with such things. But were it all meat all the time, there would be not much separating us from the lower primitive creatures. Whereas a presentation such as this shows us both the animal and the spiritual, the higher versions of ourselves, we can find in these jugs. I must say that this is a great staging. Like I said, the black dress is conforming. It accentuates the honkers, boosts them up, and it gives us an idea of what the full meat is going to look like without revealing too much. But then we do see a good portion of meat, of flesh, and that gets our mouths watering. That part of ourselves that's, the howling wolf beating himself over the head with a hammer. That's what we see here with the booby meat that is shown in the cleavage that we see here on Susu. And so I do appreciate the playfulness of what these e-girls like her do, where it's very innocent, but also sensual and seductive in that way. So 10 out of 10, wood motorboat.